welcome to my channel, Bianca Skogan Beauty. I'm so glad to have you guys here today. I have a really fun video. It is my PR that I got from Nomad Cosmetics. Yay! I love Nomad Cosmetics, and they are the only brand that I get PR from, so I'm always really excited to share it with you guys. It's the most PR I have ever gotten from Nomad before, so I'm really excited about it. And like in every time past with Nomad, my decor never ever matches. It is what it is. With brands, they always have to be ahead of the game. When their Witch City Salem palette came out, you know, Halloween palette, my summer decorations were up. And when their Christmas palette came out, my Halloween decorations were up. And, you know, now we have kind of a summer palette and my St. Patrick's Day decorations are up. So, you know, I love my decorations and I also love summer. So I think it's fine. Yay. I'm going to show you the entire collection. I'm going to show you swatches and I'm going to do some looks. I'm not sure how many yet. I'm going to do some looks. We're going to do swatches. We're going to show you everything. It's going to be exciting. So if that sounds interesting to you, you're on the right video. Consider subscribing to my channel. All of the things. Liking, bell, you know, the things, right? Cool. This collection is released Monday, February 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern time. The cruise collection. I've never been on a cruise, actually. I need to go on a cruise one day. I don't know, I haven't. But anyways, the cruise collection. So here is the little card I got. Here's the whole collection. So we have 1 eyeshadow palette, 2 eyeshadow palettes. We have another and another. We have 4 items here. The most I've ever, biggest collection I've ever gotten from Nomad. Really exciting, am I right? First, we have the Sunrise, the Nomad Sunrise Cruise. This is a gradient glow highlighter. So I like it because you can use it as a highlighter. It's a gradient. Or for me, for my skin tone, I feel like it could be like a blush lighter or even just a blush if I'm getting fancy. Okay, so awesome sauce right there. We have the Sunset Cruise. This is the gradient glow. It's the gradient golden glow. Did this one say rose glow? Yeah, okay. Gradient rose glow, gradient golden glow. I'm doing really good. Sunset gradient glow highlighter. Golden. Okay. And I like it again for the same reason, because I feel like it can be like a highlighter again for my skin tone. It can be highlighter and then bronzer or bronze lighter. You know what I mean? And for different, because it has a gradient, I feel like it could be multi-use on different skin tones. It's really pretty. So we have those 2, and I don't know the prices. The prices will be on Nomad's website today. Now let's get to the good parts. We have the eyeshadow palettes. Am I right? That's the good parts. Coastal Cruise and Aurora Cruise palette. Okay, let's talk about the Coastal Cruise. This is a matte eyeshadow palette. In my knowledge, Nomad has no just plain matte eyeshadow palettes. I see the ocean in this with the waves and the beach and the sunset. Then we have, this is the Aurora Cruise palette, all shimmer palette right here, okay? Stunning. This is a magnetic, they're both magnetic palettes. Okay, I don't know if previous Nomad palettes are magnetic because I don't typically reorganize my palettes. I don't know. I should know this, but I don't get out and reorganize my palettes. I usually just, the way they are, I keep them that way. But I think it's really smart of them because they did a matte one and a shimmer one. So you can leave them the way they are. Or if you're feeling, you know, a build your own palette or feeling creative, you can make your own palettes and mix and match and have shimmers and mattes of your own creation. And I think that's really cool that they're letting you play with creativity. All of that will be released Monday, February 23rd, the day this video goes up, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can use my discount code, Bianca. I'm going to put it above me to save 10%. But I believe There will be probably some caveats to that. Like I'm thinking, because they've done this in the past, if there's bundles, there'll be a certain code for bundles. And so you won't, if you want the bundle code, like if you want all 4 things, there will be a bundle code, and that will be its own code and not Bianca. So, which is great. Use whatever code will get you the best discount. But if you are able to use my code for a bundle, I guess, or just to get one of them or the other one or whatever, or something else on the website, I don't know. I'm not really sure. My code is Bianca and it'll save you 10%. I was thinking of doing an entire matte look because it's an all matte palette. So like we could talk about and like see how beautiful the mattes look. And then we could add some shimmer to it. I usually don't try to make just a look good with mattes. So that's what I was thinking. Like doing a whole look, looking good with mattes. And then tomorrow, because I'm thinking of doing more looks tomorrow. I don't know, I'm just gonna, I don't want to plan too far ahead because I want to be creative and see where I take this. Do you know what I mean? I haven't done any of the looks yet, so I wanna see what I can do. Let's talk about this card. Also, if you've ever been on a cruise, my 20-year anniversary is coming up in 2 years. And I really think I should go on a cruise. Drop some, like, if you've been on a cruise, what are some good cruise suggestions? Okay, anyways, off topic, but on topic, but off topic. The destination of our cruise collection invites you into a dream of sun-kissed freedom, where the breeze is warm, water endless, and time drifts by softly. Sailing between busy ports and quiet coves, life on board unfolds in slow mornings, sun-drenched afternoons, and sparkling evenings. This is a voyage through color, shimmer, and unforgettable memories. Drifting, never lost. The collection with magnetic palettes to mix and match. I think that's awesome. So, Aurora Cruise, the colorful one, right? It says 15 radiant shimmers and duochromes. Okay, so there's no multichromes in here, which I don't feel like we need. 15 radiant shimmers and duochromes inspired by glittering coastlines, shifting seas, and dancing lights of the horizon. Coastal Cruise. 15 luxurious and velvety mattes inspired by nautical tones. That's what I said, remember? I said it looked like the beach. Nautical tones, natural hues, and coastal colors. Sunrise and sunset cruise gradient highlighters. 2 gradient duochrome. I didn't notice they were duochrome, but they kind of are. Do you see how this is white to pink? And this is like kind of pink to purple. Ooh, okay, I didn't notice that before. Okay, let's see about this one. Okay, see if we can see it. I think it's this one goes from gold to kind of green. Okay, this one's not as strong. The other one was stronger, but I think this one is maybe a little bit pearl to kind of a little pink-ish. 2 gradient duochrome highlighters featuring rosy hues of the sunrise and golden bronze of the sunset. Okay, so, and Nomad always supports a cause, which I think is fabulous that they do that. And so in this one, we are proud to support Ocean Conservancy and their work to keep our oceans healthy and thriving. Amazing. Such a good cause. Right now, we have on foundation, eyebrows, lips. Like I put on a lip liner and a lip gloss, and that's it. It's time to do the look. I swatched out our shimmer palette here, and it is so pretty. This shade right here is like purpley green. It's like a mermaid shade, which is made for me. And this shade right here, okay, maybe I just love the mermaid shades. Yeah, that's right. Harbor Lights, the one that I was saying is the purpley green, is this one. I wasn't like, I looked at that and I was like, it's kind of brown. I'm so glad I swatched it out because I don't think I would have expected a lot from that shade. And it's so beautiful. Okay, then this one right here. Beautiful. I mean, all of them are really pretty, but that one is Emerald Jewel. Really quite pretty. And yeah, in the camera, it is coming out a lot prettier. And like in real life, it looks more like this. Like it's not as shiny shimmery. And then this shade right here, this sparkling sunset, is also quite pretty. One side cool toned, one side warm toned. So cool toned, warm toned, then to add a, you know, a pop of color. I want to show what the mattes can do. Okay, so this eye, we're going to go with the cool tones. All right, we are going to go with Dusk Veil. And if you can hear my heat on, I thought about turning it off, but it's freezing outside. It's February in Utah, so it's on. You're gonna hear it. And last time I turned it off and then I forgot to turn it back on. And then the whole house was like 30 degrees and I was like, my bad. Yeah, my kids loved it. Honestly, I accidentally raised like little polar bears like my husband. I grew up in Arizona. I am not a polar bear. I am a mermaid married to a polar bear. Look at how smooth. It's such a smooth matte. And there is a little bit of pickup, but not like a ton. I feel like it's the perfect amount of pickup because you want it to have pickup so that you have color payoff, but you don't want to have it so much that you're like, this is falling everywhere all over my face, but so little that you're like, where is the color payoff? I feel like it's the perfect amount. And I think maybe I'll take pictures of the look with just the matte, and then I'll do the look with it. I'm gonna have lots of pictures, is what I'm trying to get at here. There it is, there the heat goes off. Okay, so we do have a little bit of pickup, but I think that is because I'm using kind of a fluffier brush, so I was expecting that. And I'm not upset about it. I'm gonna do Dusk Veil on my pinky, because I love to have a really bright inner corner. Yeah, I usually put color right here, like a shimmer here. So I am, like Bianca, you can do this. You cannot put a shimmer there. Let's go with Quiet Wake. Quiet Wake. And we're gonna put that color here. Yeah. Yes, thank you. That was a good choice. Quiet Wake. Yeah. So now we just have some blending. And then at the end, I'm going to add this dark, silent abyss. I just have to admit that I hate that name. So I have a biology degree and I work in genetics. But I got the biology degree because I wanted to be a marine biologist. There was a lot of things that stopped me from being a marine biologist. One is that I live in Utah, which is a landlocked state. Two, I realized that I am afraid of the ocean depths. Like, I love the beach, but like deep in the ocean is terrifying. And I was like, you can't become a marine biologist. What were you thinking? So anyways, you know, what I was thinking was I watched too much Free Willy as a child and was like, hey, I could just work in an aquarium. Very few people get to do that. So I worked in genetics and it worked out for me. I don't have to deal with ocean depths in genetics. Why are all of my brushes dirty? I found a clean one. All right, Silent Abyss. Here we go. Did any of you guys watch Free Willy and go, I'm going to be a marine biologist too? Or are you guys don't know what I'm talking about? I usually don't go for cool tone looks. So this eye is throwing me off, but I also don't hate it. I want to go with Cool Current right down here in some capacity. I haven't figured it. I don't know what yet, but I want to do it. Cool Current. Like here. Yeah. Nice. And now I'm going to, with my pinky, I'm going to go back into Dusk Veil and just kind of brighten up that inner corner. And this is the lightest shade in the palette. I really like it. I think it's really pretty. Let me clean it up. Like, I'm going to get off this fallout, put in a waterline, mascara, and I'll be right back. There is my cool toned matte look using entirely the Coastal Cruise palette. Okay, so now I'm going to do another matte look, but more warm toned. And then we're gonna jazz it up a little bit. But I don't usually do all matte looks. And so I think it came out stunning. Like, look at the blend. And then I still was able to make it fun by adding a pop of like blue. Like, if you are wanting to just do neutral, like this palette will get you neutral. Like, boom, neutral. You can get a smoky look, bam. But you can also get like a pop of color. And like, I'm also going to show that you can get neutral with like a warm neutral. So you can just buy this palette and still have a good time. Like, I have in my collection more just sparkle tone palettes. This is from Gourmand Girls. This is a 100% sparkly palette. And I love this palette, but I don't like to wear just sparkly looks. And so a lot of the time I will mix that palette with a matte palette. And so having an all matte palette, I feel like is an asset for a collection. And I did a white on my waterline because I thought it would just kind of make this look more bold. We're gonna go kind of over here in this direction. So we're gonna go with sand prints right here, and we're kind of gonna go and do the same thing that we did with the other one. Just do like a transition, but also throw this lightest shade in the inner corner. This is probably very, very close to my skin tone. And I'm right, it is. It's a little lighter. Maybe a little bit of first light as well, because you can't see sand prints. It's doing nothing. It doesn't hurt to add more. What, more is more? Isn't that what like Tati says? Yes. But I would like to add just sand prints to the inner corner, because that one is lighter. Cruise Deck or Harbor Rose? I want it to be more neutral, and I feel like this will be less neutral. Cruise Deck. Okay? Because I want it to be more neutral. I want to show that this palette can go neutral, because I personally don't go neutral a lot. Shocker. I mean, look at my sweater. I'm not a neutral person, but I know that I am not everybody. And so I want to show that you can go neutral, and then you can jazz it up and do more than that. Like, I remember hearing when I was younger, you could like take a makeup look from day to night. Have I ever done that? No, but I've been told you can. Or I'm going to take an eyeshadow look from neutral to colorful? Is that day to night? No, because this is night. Have you guys been watching the Olympics? I have. But I've been watching like the gold medal moments. The first night I started watching them, I was like trying to watch more of the recaps, and I like got kind of lost, and I was like, it's overwhelming. There's too much to watch, because I wasn't watching it live because I was working. And then I found the gold medal moments, and I was like, this is what I wanted to watch. Okay, Harbor Rose. I'm gonna use Harbor Rose because it shows like the best parts. And then the figure skating. The figure skating is my favorite. So I'll do a lot of the figure skating, and then the gold medal moments of everything. That's what I'm there for. It is so much fun to watch. I love the Olympics. I saw a meme today on Instagram that was like, I'm gonna need to know if these, like if the pairs, if any of them, if they're in like relationships, if they're siblings, if they're friends, I'm gonna need to know if there's any like enemies to lovers romances here. And I was like, yes. And it showed like, if it showed that like there are some of them that are actually like siblings, and there are some of them who are dating, and some of them are exes. And I was like, yes, this is the tea. This is the tea that we all want. More first light. I'm gonna go right here. First light. I grew up watching The Cutting Edge. Please tell me other people remember The Cutting Edge. That was one of those movies that me and my sisters watched multiple times a day and never got sick of it. I feel like we probably killed our VHS tape. Like, we probably had to like fix the film in there because we watched it so many times. Oh my gosh. It was about without giving spoilers, but like a figure skater who needed a partner, and because she'd been through because she was kind of hard to deal with. She was a little sassy. Let's go with Hidden Treasure. Hidden Treasure. We might mix the two, Hidden Treasure and Evening Horizon. Like, I guess, like, she'd been through all the male figure skaters and nobody wanted to work with her. And the only one left was a hockey player. And they were trying to make that work, and hijinks ensued. Maybe a romance happened. I don't know. I don't want to give anything away, but oh my gosh, I loved that movie. So forever on, I have loved figure skating. And like romance books about figure skating and like about a hockey player. I'm like, yes, it's the cutting edge. Like there's one from Mariana Zapata called With Lukov with Love. It's like a slow burn. Oh my gosh. That one actually is not about a hockey player, but ice skating. That's a good one. We're going to put Coastal Fog on the inner corner. Is it? I hope it doesn't mess with the look I'm planning. It's not looking as green. It's kind of looking kind of blue. I did clean this brush. My neutral look with the warm tone side. Okay, doing the same thing. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to put mascara on. I'm going to put an eyeliner. Then I will add some pizzazz. I really like both looks. I think that this look really embodies summer because of the, like, I feel like it's the sand and a little bit like the ocean. And this look is like a night out look, which I don't do often enough. And every time I do it, I'm like, why don't you do this kind of look, Bianca? It looks great. And look at the blend on both of them. I'm gonna jazz it up a little bit because I can. I was thinking I really wanted to use this bright orange, but then I added these two colors and I don't feel like either of them goes bright orange, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to use this green sea glass and I'm gonna put it with this one because I did this green and I feel like, yeah, it's kind of a blue green, but blue green and lime green I think can go. So we're going to just put that on my pinky and I'm going to cover up that, you know, inner corner. And I didn't add glitter primer. If I did add a glitter primer and I didn't add as much powder there, this would be more impactful. I think if we covered this up, like it would be more neutral, which is that pop. I still think it's fun, but I did want to show like two different ways to jazz up a neutral look. Like, so adding that pop of color with that green there, or with that pop of color there. So, or both, like I just did. We have this one, and I feel like I wanted to use orange, but the orange would be okay with the blue, but orange and blue are opposites. I feel like pink would be better, or blue. Let's do blue. Yeah, anybody? You guys are not here right now, you can't tell me, but I'm thinking this pink right here, or this blue right here. Blue, we're doing do blue. Yeah, nice. Done. Pop a color. I did bring it up even a little high. You could just have it even lower. I always use my pinky finger, and a lot of people will use a brush here, and so then it is a lot more precise than I am. That is what I meant when I said I was gonna jazz it up. Just add a pop of color. Okay, so tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do like when I say normal eye look, normal for me, I'm gonna do just matte and shimmer and everything together. I don't have any bronzer, highlighter, or blush on, so I want to kind of see if I can use this as a bronzer. I mean, why not, right? So I have my bronzer brush, and I'm just going to kind of, it's gonna be a sparkly bronzer. Yes, yes on us. I'm just putting it on like this side. Kind of fun. Okay, am I doing it really lightly? Yes, because it is very sparkly. There we go, you can see it more now. And I personally like a sparkly bronzer more in the summertime. I don't know, I just like to glow in the summertime. Let's look into this blush situation. Blush. I'm gonna kind of go into both with this situation. We are going to be a shiny mermaid today. It's gonna be awesome. Personally, I would use this more as a blush topper than as just a let alone blush. And it's not meant to be a blush. It says it's a highlighter. So I'm just kind of experimenting and playing around and seeing. I'm playing around. I'm having fun. Makeup is fun. I'm playing around with makeup, right? Okay, now, last but not least, highlighter, which is what this is meant for. So one side, I'm going to do this highlighter, and the other side, I'm going to use the bronzy highlighter. I'm just going in this white to pink duochrome. Huh, interesting. It's actually kind of showing up pink. It is a duochrome, so it looks white here, but it kind of is showing up pink on my face, which is fine. I mean, it's pretty. Okay, let's get a different highlighter brush. Go with this side, on this side. So, just this side. And I know I have kind of, it's all just kind of mixed together at this point, but I actually kind of like, I wasn't thinking that I would like this highlighter better because I was thinking it might be a little darker, but I actually kind of like the glow on that one better. I like this as a highlighter better, and maybe in a bronzer in summer. And I like this as a blush topper, but not as a highlighter. Just for me, personally. See you tomorrow? Okay, hello, it's the next day. We are going to do another look. Or 2 looks. I think we're gonna do another 2 looks. I have more information than I had yesterday. I know how much the palettes are going to be. They are going to be, each palette is $39, which I think is really good. Ombre highlighters are $24 each. I think that's a pretty good price. Like if you think about, like if you go to Sephora and you look at a blush or a bronzer or a highlighter, they're anywhere from $20 to $30. So I feel like these are pretty reasonably priced. Remember, if you are thinking of purchasing, consider using my discount code Bianca to save you 10% and to help support me and show Nomad that people are supporting me and that they should continue sending me PR. Okay, now enough with that. Let's actually do these looks. We're gonna do just kind of normal looks. Like yesterday I did the matte looks, and so I was thinking, like, what if I just did like shimmer looks today? And I was like, I don't do that though. Because I did the matte look so you could see you could just get the matte palette and be happy. And so I was like, I could just do shimmer looks so you could see you could just get the shimmer palette and be happy. But I think people know that. Shimmer palettes are awesome. So, and I have shimmer palettes that are just shimmer palettes and I love them. So I think an all matte palette is more unique. I'm just gonna do 2 looks with both of them because I feel like that is more me. I wanna use this orange because it is just so fun to me. And I also wanna use green because I'm wearing another green sweater. It's St. Patrick's Day season, so I just wear a lot of green, and green is my favorite color. So anyways, I was thinking that it would be fun to go with a green look because we have this whole green right there. But I was thinking maybe I could go with like maybe an orange and a pink look. So let's start with that green kind of look. And I really want to use this Harbor Lights because it was like, I was talking about yesterday that it looks like it's kind of green brown, but it's actually like purple green. Also, do you guys see how much like fallout there is on this? This is very flaky. So not that that's a bad thing. I guess I'm just pointing out details that I noticed. These are very flaky shimmers. I don't think it's a problem. They are flaky. You're welcome for that information. Okay, so let's go with this. I was talking about how I wanted to do a green look. I feel like whenever I do a Nomad palette, I always do a green look, but green's my favorite color. St. Patrick's Day, and there is a whole row of greens. So it just lends to it. Am I right? Okay, so we're gonna go with Driftwood right here and get just like I guess like a transition shade. Look at how beautiful these mattes are. Like I'm just so impressed. Like that was so pigmented, like it went on there like a dream. And then not only that, yes, we want pigmentation, but we need blend. And if they don't blend, it's not gonna look right. So pigmentation and blend is what I want in a matte, and that's what I am getting from these. Now I'm gonna take Coastal Fog, this one right here, this kind of like mint color or seafoam green. I need to be more coastal seafoam. Okay, and we're going to try to make more of a blend up here. And I always like to play with a matte inner corner. Not that I always keep it there, because sometimes I cover it up, but I definitely am not going to do it if I forget to do it. All right, we're going to go with Ocean Depths, this like deepest, darkest green. It's almost like a gray green, in my opinion. And we're going to put that in the outer corner. I just love the like summery, oceany shades. I just love the ocean. Okay, we're going to go back with Driftwood, the middle shade in the entire palette, but the middle of the greens also. And we're going to just try to make sure that this blends. I'm probably going to go back and forth between Ocean Depths, which I already talked about is a terrible name. No, I said Silent Abyss was a terrible name. So these three on the bottom here, Silent Abyss, terrifying. Open Water, terrifying. Ocean Depths, terrifying. So, yeah, I do love the beach, but as I talked about yesterday, I don't love the open water. I do kind of think it's fun though that they're not just playing it safe. They're not just like, yeah, we're only going to talk about the fun beach. We're also going to talk about the whole ocean, even the scary part that Bianca's afraid of. I'm just kind of going back and forth between kind of the three colors until I get the mix and the blend and the look that I want. I think that looks really pretty. I'm thinking about taking Cool Current and just kind of, for funsies, just adding a little bit of that here. We need my NYX glitter glue. Also, I didn't mention, I put on blush and bronzer because I talked about yesterday, I used those ombre highlighters as just the blush and bronzer, but I talked about how I would rather use them as like a topper. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use them as a blush topper and like a bronzer topper and see if it works. I think we want to go with Emerald Jewel because that one is so pretty. It's really quite stunning. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. It's so regal looking. Also, then I think next is where I'm going to make it not as like perfectly monochromatic, because we're going to go with the Harbor Lights, which is the green to pink, green to purple. Harbor Lights right here. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, so we're going to see. This shade is such a mystery to me because it looks in the pan kind of ugly. I already said it looks like brown to purple to green. But wow, it has a lot of shift to it. And I kind of want to go with Morning Mist. Maybe cover up the inner corner a little bit. Yeah. Pretty. This Harbor Lights, I actually really want to play with it more because I feel like it's such a unique shade that I want to play with it. See what it does in different situations. Let's leave that one alone for now because I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to put in a waterline, eyeliner, mascara and stuff like that, but I want to get this one done. So now we're going to take care of this eye, and I think I am going to go with that orange. Orange is going to be the standout on this one. So yes, I did already use these shades yesterday. I went with the green inner corner, and today we're not going to. I have plans. First Light. It is a very like pinky peach shade, and just get a transition down. Similar to what we did yesterday, because I always have intentions of doing a matte inner corner because I like it. And so then I can do it if I want it, and I can take it away if I decide to take it away. I'm going to use Harbor Rose. kind of like how I used driftwood similarly. You know, most of my looks I do kind of similarly. I just use different colors. And most of the time it works out. Not all the time. Sometimes looks turn out terrible, but sometimes the smashing. I'm gonna mix Cruise Deck. I'm gonna kind of mix them because I don't really want it to be 100% pink. That's more of what I wanted. Yeah, that is. I probably might mix again, these two, Evening Horizon and Hidden Treasure. And at that point, I will have used, I believe, almost every shade in the palette. It looks like I've used this one, this blue one, Quiet Wake, though I guess I must have used it. I just don't super remember using it yesterday. But I must have, because it looks like I did. So I think the only one that I will not have used is Open Water, which is fine. I mean, in 4 looks, using almost all of these shades is still pretty good, I think. I mean, the Cool Current, I didn't use a lot, but I used it, so it's there. I like that these palettes have a lot of different like ways you could use them. You could go very summer, which I have done with this one, but you could just go very neutral, and you can go like with this one, you can go very neon. You can go very summer again with the blues and the greens, but you could also go like autumn with that shade Tidal Reflections right there. And obviously Sparkling Sunset. And like, I just feel like it's kind of a rainbow palette, so I can go any way your heart desires. And I really like that. I'm going to use First Light. Make sure we blend. And I'm just kind of going back and forth until I get the color that I want and the payoff and the blend, which is really important to do. Purple to pink to orange. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go with Celestial Glint here. And this one seems like it's a duochrome. It's like purple to maybe a little bit of green. I don't know. I'm just trying to mix it up. Use like as many of the colors as we can to see what they look like. That's pretty. Now, we're going to use Summer Spritz, this bright one, and then after that, this orange. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I might end up getting into these ones too, if there's room on my eyeball. Which, you know, at this point, there might not be. I'm going to try to blend it into that one, so I'm overlapping a little, so there's a blend. Yeah. Okay. Now that orange, oh, this shade really, you know, orange is not one of my favorite shades. So to have this orange shade just impress me so much is kind of unique for me. I want it to really be here. I think I'm going to put it on the bottom lash line too. Yes. Okay, I do think it needs either Golden Hour or Dancing Sunlight to give it that pop in the inner corner. So which color should we do? Golden Hour. I don't know if that is, oh my gosh, I have so many colors on me right now. I don't know if that's bright enough. I need to wash my hands. All right, I washed my hands. We're gonna go with Dancing Sunlight, this bright champagne color. Yeah, I need that. It needs that. Because this is kind of a sunset look, and so we need that. I need that sun. You know what? I might need it on the other one. I do. I didn't need it, but it was fun. I'm going to go back in with Morning Mist. Apparently, I got distracted. Okay, I just washed my fingers. Bianca. Okay, Dancing Sunlight again. Now, I'm going to take a brush, and I'm going into Sparkling Sunset, the orange. It might do nothing, though. I swear I cleaned this brush once upon a time. That's cool. Okay, so now I want more pink there. I feel like I went too heavy with the purple. And like, I think I lost the plot. This was supposed to be pink and orange. So I might just cover up the purple and have it just be a little bit. Like the purple was Celestial Glint, and just have it be a tiny bit over here. Just a tiny bit. They're definitely very different looks. but I like them both. Let me clean this up and I'll be right back. So we're done. And I realize that this is going to be a pretty long video because I'm really getting into the nitty gritty. Like that's what the point of this is, right? I'm not just doing looks. I'm like talking about these palettes and reviewing them and talking about the specifics of them, because I feel like if you want to spend your hard-earned money, like you should know a little bit about them, right? You know? Also, I'm doing 4 looks. Technically 6 looks because the 2 yesterday like adapted into 2 more. Anywhoozle, am I making excuses for being a talk a lot? Yeah, I really like them both. I think it's fun because they're so different. This is so blue-green, and this is like bright fire. Fire and ice. Yep, Okay, so now let's get to my look here with these, and then we'll be done. And you can know if you want to purchase these or not. I wanted to use this as kind of just like a topper for my bronzer, right? Because I did use just like a liquid bronzer. So, yes, it just has more of a little natural glow to it as opposed to a lot of glow. So I like that I can still use it without, like, I'm not going to use it as the only bronzer, which I found out yesterday. Okay, now blush topper. You know what? I actually found out that this side is kind of pinky too. So I feel like, let's see what that does. Blush topper. Yeah, that's so pretty. Yeah, I like that. And now I don't even really need a highlighter because the blush topper kind of is my highlighter. Yay! There are my 4 to 6 looks. We're going to say 4. It's 4. My 4 looks with this Nomad Cruise collection. What do you guys think? Is this a collection you're interested in getting? I think it is fun. I think it's unique because the other collections that they have are like, you know, I mean, they are a destination brand, and this is a destination, like, ish. I guess it could be any cruise. It's a cruise destination, you know? It's a little bit more of a, like, basics, I guess. You know, like it has a full palette of mattes, a full palette of like rainbow shimmers, and it has a highlighter, bronzer, a highlighter, blush. I think it's really nice because if you are looking into building a like indie collection, this would be a really good purchase in my opinion, especially $39. And then you can use my code Bianca to get 10% off of that. I think it's a really good deal. And I think that it's a nice collection. I like it. It's not just like a palette where the color story might not be for you. It might not, like, you might not jive with the color story. Whereas I think it's a nice staple in your collection. You could really, you know, the sky's the limit with where you could go with this one. I just really like it. I think it's fun. I think it is bright, but also can go neutral like I did yesterday. I just like it. I really like it. My opinion, I do like the palettes better than the highlighters. But I think you guys probably all knew that, like based on, first off, how much more time I put towards the palettes. And I'm just more of an eyeshadow person. I love eyeshadows. If I were to buy this collection, I didn't get it in PR, I would probably buy the 2 palettes. Maybe not these. It's really up to you. What do you want? So I think everything is really nice. So remember, this comes out today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And use code Bianca. What do you guys think? Do you guys like my looks? For making it to the end of this video, I usually have you guys put in an emoji, but videos like this, I feel like it is better if I have you put in which look you liked the best. So let's say out of the 4 looks, number 1, did you like look number 1, which was like the cool tone, like gray black look? Did you like look number 2, which was the more brown look that was, you know, matte, matte, warm toned? Did you like number 3, which is the ocean mermaid look, the ice, I guess, ocean ice mermaid? Because I want to say fire and ice, fire and water, because this is really more water than ice. Fire and water, okay? The water side, or look number 4, the fire side. Which one did you like the best? So let me know which look you liked the best, to let me know that you watched till the end, because watching to the end shows the algorithm that I have something important to say. And then by showing me you watched to the end, I can thank you personally for watching to the end and showing the algorithm I have something important to say. All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here for this really long video. I know it's probably longer than everyone else's. I have a lot to say. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you liked this video, if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. I would love to have you here. And if you want to be notified of my videos, click the bell. If you want to hype my video, I would love that. You get 3 hypes a week. You can hype videos on your phone and your tablet. The most important part of this video, be nice to yourself because you're amazing. Have a great day. Bye.